Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. So we're going to go ahead and do a sneak peek into May. Okay, we haven't done a sneak peek for a while. And we're going to, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, leave the rest, okay? Now, anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thank you to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody's doing well, okay? So I am going to kind of break this down a little bit. I'm going to start off with a general pull, and then we'll go into specific subjects like your finances. We will look at love, what is the strongest energy for the month of May. We'll also look at the biggest thing you need to be aware of as well here, or who. Sorry, I'm just trying to light this sage. All right, Spirit. What do we have for my Virgos? What is the energy for May? What is the strongest energy for May for my Virgos? So I do hope that everybody's doing well, okay? Can I get a card for now and a card for going forward? What do we have for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Okay, coming out sideways. So the first card that you have coming out here, Virgos, it says real promise. It says release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of the possibilities. Okay. So new month, new energy, new beginnings. Releasing another, even though it's not necessarily around a full moon or a new moon, right? It's still a beginning. So going forward, it is coming out sideways. And anytime I get cards that have explanations on both sides, I just tend to read both ends. Now, the first side says wise counsel. It says seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. And then the other side says getting advice. It says seek guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from the wisdom offered by others. But it did come out sideways here. So there may be some sort of confusion here this month for some of you. What is real promise? You have inner vision. Show me more. Okay. And then we have honest echoes. So it says inner vision. It says cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. And then you have honest echoes. It says listen to the whispers of your heart. It says for you know the whole truth. So heavy something here about someone's intuition is leading you to some sort of freedom. For some of you, this may be your intuition leading you towards some sort of abundance. But this is also an energy about trusting yourself. Give me more for wise counsel. You have hurtful events. And then landing on honest echoes, you have emerging dawn. So it says, as you endure this period, it says, learn not to dwell on the past. It says, so I won't anchor you down. See? This energy of freeing yourself from something. And sometimes the way I like to explain things that maybe have hurt us in the past, right? Maybe has caused us some sort of pain or sadness, is that you cannot change it, but you can learn from it. People may, at the time they're in the energy of feeling hurt or feeling betrayed, right? Or they're in their emotions. They don't want to hear people saying things like, just let it go. Because I understand that maybe some things ain't as easy just to forget. But it may be easier to let it go. right? It may take time for you to forgive something here, but it doesn't mean, like the card says, you have to let it anchor you down and make every day heavy for yourself. Release it. Say, okay, I'm going to, I'm going to take my time to understand why that happened to me. But the bigger picture is, what did you need to learn from it? What do you need to change about yourself? Are you someone that needs to put boundaries up? Are you someone that needs to learn to say no? Are you someone that maybe you need to maybe slow down when it comes to certain things or even people? It's like that energy where Spirit is saying to me, right? Fools rushing. Now, the emerging dawn says, trust that everything ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Right? Confirmation. But it's like this energy where, how do I say it? It's that saying I like to say from Glorilla's song, right? Where she says, thank God for tomorrow. That's why I love tomorrow. Because it gives you another chance to do something again, to do things differently. So show me more about the month of May. So this is another new deck. So again, thank you to someone in the collective. Okay. For donating these to me. Really, really beautiful cards. I hope that you and A are well. I want to say out anybody's full name on here. But let's see. Spirit, what is real promise? What does Virgo need to know for the month of May? Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of the possibilities. So here's the energy of releasing the chains of the past, okay? We have the Nine of Swords energy. And the Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, stress, and worry and things like that here. It talks about sleepless nights. It talks about somebody replaying a certain event over and over and over in their head. These cards are very detailed. I'm just noticing something definitely could have something to do with Leo energy. I'm noticing that these little symbols up here, it looks like a lion. Or a tiger could be significant. And I'm also noticing that, can you hear that? I think that was a flock of geese or something that were flying over. But anyway, you have by this woman's bed, right? It does look like a woman's figure. She's holding her hands in her head, right? Again, that energy of, oh my God, regrets, why, that sort of energy. But I'm noticing there's like 2 to 3 statues of men by her bed. Real promise. What's the Nine of Swords? What is the Nine of Swords, Spirit? Someone's feeling trapped in a certain situation, or someone here is definitely going to be having regrets. So I'm seeing the Queen of Wands energy, and then I'm seeing the Nine of Wands. Okay, so that makes the Ten of Wands energy, right? And the Ten of Wands does talk about dropping a burden. It talks about the end being in sight. So again, I don't know if something here is someone is finding something very difficult to move on from. But the Queen of Wands energy talks about you needing to have confidence in yourself, male or female. You could have fire highly aspected in your chart. Someone definitely could have Leo in their chart here. This could have something to do with, like I said, a fire sign this month. But the Nine of Wands is an energy of finding that inner strength to move away from a certain situation here. See how even in this card, right, he has the 8 wands behind him and he's holding on to 1 wand. But even though he is kind of looking back. So going back to that energy where I'm not saying that, hey, you know, you're going to get over something completely, but let it go slowly in terms of why. You have to answer yourself, why are you holding on to it? What can you do about it? Can you go back and change it? The number 99 could be significant here. Show me more about the inner vision. Okay. So it says, cut through the fog of confusion with the power of discernment. You have the Hangman in the reverse. And then you also have coming out with it. Okay, I kept this card in for a reason. I feel like it was meant to be like the cover card, or like, you know, when you open a book and you got the content page, it tells you everything that's in the book. But I feel like this was meant to be like some sort of cover card. But then I read the poem on the back and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep it in the deck. Okay, because I feel like it makes sense to me. Now, the card says, as I fumbled in the dark, you shone a light by which I could see. As I shivered in the cold, you struck a flame from which I could draw warmth. As I stumbled on the rocks, you carried me to level ground. You are my brother. You are my friend. You are much loved and greatly missed. So again, I don't know if this is like something has something to do with an ancestor or something like that, trying to help someone here, okay? Now, this deck is called the Tarot Illuminati, which is interesting. But let me just get the Hangman. Hangman in the reverse. Now, the Hangman in the upright, I know, talks about taking a temporary pause to see something from a different perspective here. Now, the Hangman in the reverse, it talks about discontentment, stagnation. You see the energy? Stagnation, it talks about impulsiveness, negative patterns, and detachment. So I don't know if this month for some of my Virgos, right, maybe there is something or someone you need to detach from. Give me one more. Pisces energy, I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So again, I don't know if this is about you seeing something where there is going to be no victory in a situation. This could be about someone's intuition kind of maybe being a bit blocked here. This is why I use this decks, these littler decks so often. It's really for the reversals. All right. There you are, Ace of Swords. It's like Ace of Swords in reverse is like not clear thinking, not using your discernment, not speaking up. It's like someone needs to almost want to describe it as someone needing to straighten their crown. Why is it always the card that you want you can never find? Okay. Ace of Swords reverse. Lack of ideas. It says inability. It says failure. And it says hostility. All right, Virgos. Makes absolute sense. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Hangman in the reverse. Cut through the fog of confusion. Show me more about this honest echoes. It says, listen to the whispers of your heart. It says, for you know the whole truth. Three of Swords. Someone don't want to deal with their heart space in the month of May. Again, because of holding on to some sort of pain, hurt, sadness. And I feel like I may be speaking to someone who you may feel like you've been hurt multiple times, maybe by multiple people. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be in love. Show me more about this Three of Swords. Yeah, I see the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. But you see in this Ten of Wands, right, this person carrying the wands, they have their head bent down. Doesn't necessarily look like they're they can see where it is that they go. And even though he looks like he's walking towards this tower, which is interesting that I said tower. Someone here may be holding on to something. Not only is it become difficult and heavy here and stressful, but maybe this is something that isn't built on a solid foundation anymore. This could have something to do with where someone lives. This could have something to do with a building in terms of a workplace. But what this person doesn't see coming with his head bowed down like that is that the sun is right there. What's the Three of Swords? The Six of Wands. Exactly. There is victory and there's success. Now, this is interesting, okay, because I was looking at this deck earlier before I used them, because I was trying to get a feel of like if the cards, well, it's not even so much the cards were ready to be used. It was more the cards asking me, are you ready to use us, kind of a thing, okay? But I was looking at this card. I stopped and I looked at it and I was thinking, but this is the Six of Wands. And when I think of the Six of Wands, I was thinking, do you know what? Six of Wands very much represents being in the public, right? Or it could just be about victory and success. Yes, it can talk about public recognition and things like that. Someone who is maybe getting praised for something here, or it could even be just in a everyday life. You know, maybe someone here just catches other people's attention. Maybe it's the way someone carries themselves. But not only did I notice that it's only the man on the horse that I can see who doesn't have his face covered. Everybody else around him is wearing these red kind of masks and things, which is now making me kind of think of like red flags, right? Some of you, maybe you need to be careful here that you don't have people around you who are not such, I guess, not such trustworthy, right? They're not really on your side, kind of a thing. Or it could be, again, maybe someone here is very much shutting themselves off from the world here. But the man on the horse, which looks like he's obviously on higher ground than everybody else because he's on the horse, right? But if you look at his face, he doesn't really look happy. He actually looks quite sad. Give me one more. Six of Wands, Three of Swords. Landing on the Nine of Wands is a Six of Cups. I'm telling you, there's a heavy energy, okay, guys, of spirit saying to someone here, hey, listen, release something from the past. 66 could be significant. We already have 99 out here, right? And when I think of nines, I think of, to be honest, I kind of think of perseverance, because it makes me think of the Nine of Wands more than the other nines. But you had the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about, you know, someone who is single, independent, self-sufficient. And then you have this Nine of Swords. This could even be something from someone's childhood. Someone's inner child definitely could be calling out to them. There's three people in this card. You see two children here playing, okay? But you see like like an adult figure at the back here standing on the stairs. Oh, okay. I don't know if there's something here about somebody feeling some type of way, because maybe there is going to be some sort of separation from children in May. Now, it doesn't mean that your children are going to be taken away or anything like that. It could just be a separation of a relationship or something like that here. What is the Six of Cups? Give me one on that. Tower, the Hierophant, and the Two of Swords. This could have something to do with religion, a marriage, a cult as well. I don't know why they're saying a cult. I'm looking, to be honest, I'm looking at the lamb on this Hierophant's lap. And sometimes lambs make me think of like sacrifice, but What does the card say? Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. Give me one on the Six of Cups. Coming out in the reverse is the Prince of Pentacles. Landed on the Nine of Wands. Show me more. And you have the Moon. I feel like this is about procrastination. Yeah, as I say it, the Eight of Wands comes out in the reverse. And I feel like it's all down to sadness. Five of Cups, Four of Cups. And you have the Empress and the Seven of Swords. So I don't know if something has something to do with a mother figure. Again, with the Empress, and I was talking about maybe something has something to do with children. Look at the Four of Cups. And even in the Five of Cups, it's interesting how they're splitting up the cups, okay? Because he's sad, he's got his head down, okay? He's looking at the 3 cups that have fallen over. Again, with that energy of the Three of Swords, so I don't know if something happened to somebody 3 times. I'm hearing Spirit say something similar has happened to something has happened to someone 3 times. This person doesn't see the 2 cups still standing behind him. This person has their head down, okay? Again, in their emotions, in their feelings here. But this person doesn't see that cup being given by the universe behind them. It's like it's time for someone to turn around. Okay, let's keep going because, wow, 20 minutes already. Am I missing a card from here? Where is the deck? I need one more card for here. Oh, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, see the confusion? All right, so what is wise counsel, Spirit? You have the Chariot. You have the Emperor. Now, that Emperor did land on that Queen of Wands. Maybe someone here has somebody around them that is giving them some sort of wise counsel, or someone that could help them, because that card did come out sideways. It says, seek guidance from a trusted friend or a mentor to help you along. And you have the Chariot and the Emperor. So this is about taking back control. The Chariot here is about following divine guidance, about willpower, determination. You have to want to succeed. This is an energy of someone who is not underestimating themselves. This is someone who knows their strength. Again, something here may have something to do with religion. I'm noticing that this Emperor is looking at the cross that he's holding. Someone definitely could have Taurus in their chart. I'm looking at this. It looks like a ram's head. So, oh, maybe Aries. Doesn't have to be. Cancer energy with a Chariot. And I'm noticing that in this one, right? It's weird because it could almost be the same person here that is looking at these 2 children. Someone may leave without like not saying something or something like that. And then it's like the same person has got in the Chariot. And you see like the house behind him. It's like moving away from whatever this home situation is. Give me one more. The Emperor and the Chariot. 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Again. But this does make the 9 of Cups energy. It's like someone is going to lift their head up in the month of May and they're going to go after what makes them happy. They're going to go after their dreams. I'm hearing Spirit say someone in the month of May is going to turn their dreams into reality. But not after this energy, though. Just one card. The Emperor and the Chariot. Coming out sideways, it landed on inner vision. Blockage is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles does talk about leaving something or someone out in the cold here. I see somebody doing a lot more for charity as well in the month of May. Maybe you do things for people that are homeless or people that, you know, maybe are living on the street or something here. Give me one on that Five of Pentacles. Yeah, the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay. And Justice. And there's that Nine of Pentacles energy. So Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles makes the Ten of Pentacles. You already have the Ten of Cups. There is some sort of union as well coming together here. Something could have something to do with a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. Because I'm noticing, I would show you, but he's got his whole butt out. And she got a whole pancakes out. Anyway. All right, show me what this is. Show me more about the... All right, let me put that back. What's the Five of Pentacles? The Prince of Wands. Yeah, this is someone who is stepping into that energy. Again, this Prince of Wands is on a horse. He looks like he's ready to go. He's got one wand in his hand. I feel like this is an energy about somebody being fearless. I feel like someone's really going to have some sort of energy shift. Sagittarius energy. What's the Five of Pentacles? And we have a King of Swords flipped right in the reverse, landed on the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Give me one more here. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, there's also an energy here about walking away, maybe from someone, like I said, maybe someone who is dishonest, right? Not truthful here. King of Swords in the reverse is any king or queen in the reverse. It can talk about someone who's had some sort of fall from grace, okay? I don't know if this is someone who is very much a cheater or something like that with a Knight of Wands, or someone who's just very flighty. You may have to leave that energy out in the cold here with the Eight of Cups. Confirmation. And I don't know if it's because there's something else coming in. So be careful of the choices that you're making as well. Okay, so show me what hurtful events are. It says, as you endure this period, it says, learn not to dwell on the past, so I won't anchor you down. I wonder if that, okay, I was going to say, I wonder if that was that, if that's what that King of Swords energy was about. What is hurtful events? Okay, too many cards. That's the Ten of Wands, the Sun, and the Seven of Cups. What's hurtful events? Coming in the reverse is the Four of Cups in the reverse. You have the Eight of Wands in the upright. And then you have the Three of Cups. Okay, so the Three of Cups does talk about celebrations and things like that. I am seeing the Prince of Pentacles as well. Okay, so the Prince of Pentacles does talk about someone who is kind of, you know, slow and steady wins the race. Is someone who is not moving very fast. And that's okay, because I feel like that energy that I was picking up at the beginning where I was saying, you know, only fools rush in and things like that. I feel like there's nothing wrong with someone taking their time, but as long as you keep moving, okay? As long as you keep working on yourself, you keep healing. But Four of Cups in the reverse. Now, in the upright, the Four of Cups talks about someone who feels like they miss an opportunity. It talks about regrets and things like that here, right? But in the reverse, I really feel like that's an energy of letting it go. But let me find it. Four Cups. Look at it all the way at the back. So annoying. Anyway, Four of Cups in the reverse. It says, yeah, it talks about seizing opportunities, letting go of regret. It says the end of stagnation. Hallelujah. It says motivation and it says enthusiasm, right? And maybe you're going to have some supportive friends around you with the Three of Cups energy. Maybe this is just somebody rejoining the world and getting back out there, right? Eight of Wands. Moving forward. Things gaining momentum. It's like happy times ahead. Yeah, look at the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. In the upright. Okay, show me, what is the emerging dawn? Trust that every ending is another beginning. It says coming in disguise. And look how it's the last card. You have the Five of Wands, interesting. So the Five of Wands is talk about conflict and drama and competition. Show me more about the Five of Wands. You have Justice. There could be some sort of fights or arguments here about some sort of final ruling in some sort of legal situation here. Justice talks about the scales being balanced. It talks about consequences for actions. But it does talk about being fair, truthful. See how she has that sword in her hand? I also see something that maybe someone said, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the month of May. Maybe someone said something before, but I'm seeing something coming to light. I'm also looking at this sun, which is making me think of illumination. Give me one more for this. Oh, yeah. Something could have something to do with money or finances here. Something could have something to do with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But there's that Tower. Someone should have made better choices. Yeah, the Five of Swords. It was all fun and games at the time, but when something comes to light, there's someone or people that ain't going to be laughing. Yeah, Queen of Cups. I just saw the Princess of Cups. Now you have the Queen of Cups. Something definitely could have to do with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or something could have something to do with what someone's intuition was telling them. What's this Five of Wands and the Justice? King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Now, it's funny how he wanted to come out and land on the Nine of Wands, which still would make the Ten of Wands energy, right? But we have the Queen of Wands up there as well. I see heavy Leo. This would make the Six of Wands energy. Who is this King of Wands? This could just be my masculines. Oh, look, the Prince of Wands. Okay. What's the King of Wands, Prince of Wands? This could just be my masculines. Maybe you have fire highly aspected, or this is just you gaining back that energy where, like I said, it's like you're going to gain some sort of confidence to do something. Clarify these cards. The Death, yeah. Maybe you get the confidence to end something here. Maybe you see through some sort of illusions. Maybe you find out that someone here has been messing around or stepping out of a relationship or just causing confusion. Seven of Cups. Scorpio energy out here. Sagittarius. Now, the way I'm looking at this card, right, again, this sun in the background, right, and we are clarifying this emerging dawn. I see this horse, right, and I notice there's a ship in here as well. So this is very different. Something could have something to do with, I don't know, some sort of red flower. But I'm noticing that in this Death card, this horse is actually stepping on a man, okay? And you notice that the figure on the horse is almost like a skeleton. I just feel like this is talking about somebody having some sort of a transformation. It's like dead in the old you. It's like a new you is born. Like, it's like born with the sunrise. Someone definitely could be traveling next month as well. I mean, this month, May. Four of Swords, Prince of Swords, and the World card. Four of Swords can talk about suffering in silence. And then you have this Princess of Swords, which makes me feel like, again, this energy of something that was said. Someone may be thinking about it once something comes to light. But that Four of Swords energy does talk about laying something to rest. Heavy energy of religion as well. I'm looking at the stained glass windows, or someone could have stained glass windows. I don't really see them much anymore. There could be a funeral in the month of May. Maybe someone here speaks at someone's funeral. Give me one more. Five of Wands and the Justice. You have the Five of Swords came out. Yes, something was an unwise choice. Give me one on the Five of Swords. Sorry, guys, I'm doing a lot of pausing. It's just this, the deck has so much details. So what is the Five of Swords? Give me one on that. The Princess of Swords came out again. So that would still make the Six of Swords. Someone wanted to win at all costs. But like I said, something is being coming to light. There's some sort of truth, some sort of clarity here. And it allows somebody to move forward. Okay, yeah, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. And that is taking a leap of faith. That is going in a brand new direction. Something could have definitely something to do with someone's job. Someone may be getting some sort of new job or changing jobs in May. But it's something is going to bring someone happiness here. So Spirit, let us move on. So now let's have a look at advice and money and finances, okay? Okay, so let us see. So what can you show me about Virgo's finances for the month of May, Spirit? This is for your money. This doesn't necessarily have to talk about your career and things like that. I'm just looking at your money. Some people don't have a career. Some people aren't working right now. So we'll pull other cards for those of you who have your own careers, your own businesses, if you are doing a 9 to 5, okay? But just show me about Virgo's money in general, Spirit. Strongest energy here. Okay. So we have fertility. It says it's time to think about family, life, and children. I've been getting a lot of energy about pregnancy as well lately. I had a dream last night, actually, about someone who was pregnant. And to be honest, I really was trying to, when I woke up, I was really trying to remember who it was. Because it wasn't me in the dream that was pregnant. It was someone else. But there was something about pregnancy. And then again, I was looking at one of these cards. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest. But in the card, right, you'll see a stork in the background, like just sitting in a tree. And I was thinking, oh, that was a bit odd for the card, okay? Because I didn't see what a stork had to do with it. But it could even have been something like the Queen of Pentacles or the Empress card. Look at that part in the deck on the Empress. So it's not the Empress card. So it was one of the cards anyway. And it's funny how I part the deck on the Empress with fertility. So I don't know. There's definitely some sort of, it feels like a rebirth when it comes to someone's money or finances. It says it's time to think about family, life, and children. It says don't sacrifice family for career. Show me more. What does Virgo's money look like? So maybe when it comes to money, some of you maybe need to find balance, especially if you feel like you're a bit of a workaholic, or, you know, maybe, I don't know if it's like they're trying to say that maybe someone here is not making enough time for their children. You have coming in the reverse, and in the upright it says home-based. It says home is the harbor of the soul. It is the safest place you can be. It says change your environment. But it's in the reverse, so that means that some of you don't work from, well, obviously some of you don't work from home. I don't know if you've thought about it or considered it. We'll see what clarifies the card. Show me more. You have shedding. It says reducing losses. It says elimination and completion. It says a new metamorphosis. It says time to set higher goals. Okay, so some of you, you're not really reaching your full potential. Give me one more for the top row. I keep seeing social status and bright ideas. And look at that. It leads to the road of wealth. So I don't know if some of you have been thinking about starting something online, or what does Virgo's money look like? You have limitations. It says fear and doubt. It says limit. It says freedom of action. It says let go of your worries. What's going on here with your money? Clarify fertility. Because the opportunity is here with fertility. Some of you may have been holding on to some sort of idea for a long time. Because when I think about pregnancy, I think about, you know, a woman is pregnant for a while, right? But some of you may have been holding on to this idea for so long, where it's almost like if you was pregnant at this point, you overdue. Wellness. It says, ensure your body is nourished. It says, join a gym and regain strength. It says, live a healthier lifestyle. I'm asking about finances, and I really feel like I'm picking up somebody getting pregnant here. Okay. But even if I had to relate it to work, right? When I think of the gym, I think how much work it takes. That going to the gym. I'll tell you a little story one of these days about me going to the gym and thinking I was bad. Not the spirit agreeing with me. See, all them things there, right? Get them irritating. But I thought I was bad. The spirit said, yeah, you did. But when I tell you, going to the gym, it really takes stamina. Okay? Maybe you can go 1, 2, 3 times and yeah, maybe, but it is something that you got to keep up with, because when them aches and things start setting in, I mean, that's just really the aches and pains after the first or second time is really it just probably waking up your muscles that have been asleep, right? But it takes stamina. It takes persistence. Like I said, it takes consistency for you to see the results in something. What is home-based in the reverse? I think I went to the gym about 2 weeks straight and I ain't been back ever since. No, I feel like I may start it up again. I don't know. Motivation. What is home-based? Wisdom. So it says insight into nature of physical objects gives you foresight. It says use your best judgment. Now I feel like with this energy, I feel like I may be speaking to someone, like I said, I don't know if you have been getting these nudges that you should be working for yourself, or you know, maybe you've been getting nudges where, hey, listen, I feel like I spend too much time at this 9 to 5, or I feel overworked and I don't spend enough time with the children, or I'm not at home enough or something. Maybe some of you need to do something about that. Now if you know that you're in a position where you just cannot do nothing about it, then I'm not speaking to you. I'm not sitting up here telling anybody, hey, this is what you need to do. No, but I am going to present the idea to you though. What is shedding? Yeah, opportunity, resources. Spirit says you have all the tools that you need to do something. Investments. What is shedding? Coming out sideways, it says public face. Okay. So it says follow your heart. It says become who you want to be. It says earn a reputation. It's okay to be yourself. I feel like I want to say something, but let me keep going. Well, what's limitation? There's something about someone's knowledge. You learning, knowing enough. Again, with that energy where I said you have all the tools that you need with that card of resources. Spirit says you have everything inside of you. It's like, it's reminding me of that card where it says, show the world the real you. Right? With that energy we just saw of reputation. It's time for someone to stand up and be counted. Yes, success. But what's limitations? Because even though the card says limitations here, right? This bird is on the outside of that cage. It's not trapped inside. What's limitations? We have love affair. Oops. Why is all this coming out in finances? Some of you may end up working or going into business with someone. But it says love affair. It says beware. It says love affairs at... Oh. It says love affairs at work. It says rarely. Love affairs at work rarely and well. I think it's meant to say love affairs at work rarely work. Or you know what I'm trying to say. It says don't lose your mind. So others of you as well, you know, make sure that you're not in any kind of connection that is affecting your finances. There's also something here about someone staying in a relationship, and I don't know if it's due to codependency. Don't stay in something you don't want to be in because it provides something for you, especially if it's finances. Spirit says you have the ability to create your own finances, to become independent. Give me one in this love affair. I see love life at the bottom of the deck and winning. Star power. Yeah, exhausted and wrong decision. I really hope someone isn't staying with someone here pretending to be happy in a situation because of what they can get out of something. And don't let anybody come and do that to you either, Virgos. All right, so now let's look at, for those of you who have careers, right, your work situations. Let's see what the advice is there or what the energy is like for May. What is the energy like for May? Okay. It says wish come true. It says your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. It says no worries. It says it's just what you need. Yeah, courage at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, you need to have courage in going in a different direction. Taking a leap of faith. But see, look, we have the card here again, limitations. What is limiting you? Because behind limitations is these wedding rings. All right, Spirit. So you have offerings. It says you will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. It says think about it and research it carefully before accepting. Only fools rush in. I don't care what area it is in. Work, love, telling people your business, allowing people into your personal space, your circle. You have education. It says you may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. No? Okay. I'm moving on. What is wish come true? I had to get permission for that one. And they said no. You have gifts. It says you are uncovering new talents that will help you. You are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. It says you get more money with the deals as well. So you see that energy of following your desires and not worrying too much about, oh my God, I can't leave this job. Only if you have the desires, right? Or you've been getting the signs, like I said. I'm not speaking to someone who's happy in their job that they're doing. I'm not speaking to you. But for those of you where you feel like, I'm not happy in this, but oh, I don't want to leave it because of X, Y, and Z. Spirit says start doing your research. I'm not saying shut the door completely before you open another one in terms of work, right? You could still look around. You could still do your research if there is a job you want to move out of. Spirit says there's something better out there for someone. Something that is going to bring in more income for you. That's going to create that stability for you. That's going to help to create that confidence for you. What is offering? Yeah, Spirit is saying someone here has got the people skills. Right? And look what's right behind it. Rewards. But I feel like you have to unlock. You have to unlock the door or whatever it is, right? And this lock doesn't even look locked. So Spirit is giving somebody the keys here. What's offerings? You have star power. It says you need engage in work that will let your talents shine. It says you are a natural actor and influencer. It says you attract fame and fortune. We just saw the people skills. So it's almost like Spirit is saying to someone, hey, listen, someone has the opportunity here to be a star. I see someone who wants to like open up some sort of a shop. I'm looking at this coffee, right? I don't know if you want to open up like something to do with food. It could just be a coffee shop or something like that here. Maybe that's what you already do. Maybe you're not happy there. What is education? Yeah, taking steps, you know, learning more. But okay, what is education? So you have saving face, and I just saw that at the bottom of the deck, and it says you may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job. It says, or you need to smile and make nice to get the position you want. I feel like this is giving me an energy of false pretenses. But give me one on yeah, I feel like somebody puts on a brave face, right, with whatever job that they have, right? And I feel like you do a good job. I just feel like your soul doesn't belong there. You got manifesting at the bottom of the deck with wisdom, and then you have power position and moving up. But you see the energy of courage, strength, bravery. Give me one on saving face. Influencer. It says use your influence for change. It says you may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. It says your voice and options are important. All right, so maybe some of you are like striving to be something like an actress or something like that here with drama at the bottom of the deck. You got roll the dice with beginning. You got cutting ties with success. Yeah, someone has to let go of something else to have some sort of success. And it could just be letting go of you underestimating yourself. So let us move on. What are we moving on to? Biggest thing to be aware of. What do my Virgos need to be aware of in the month of May, Spirit? What do they need to be aware of? Some of you may have to revert back to this video if you remember as we go through the month of May, but you know, Obviously, you have the other videos that will help you along as well. So you have give it time. It says everything in divine timing, let things flow. I see earth sign at the bottom of the deck and divorce and cycles, pregnancy and the air sign and gambling. Anyway, what does Virgo need to be aware of? Landing on give it time, it says communicate. It says compromise, forgive. It says work it out. And pregnancy came out. It says someone is expecting. And didn't I say something? I was picking up heavy energy of pregnancy. I think it was in the first spread. So, what is this? What is give it time? Yeah, 8 of Cups with the 9 of Cups. What is everything is in divine timing? You've got the 5 of Wands. You have the 2 of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Wands here? The Page of Cups and the Magician. Now, the Page of Cups can talk about an apology or something like that. Something could have something to do with a child or someone's inner child here. But again, sometimes the Page of Cups can talk about somebody's psychic abilities, or it can talk about, you know, some sort of wish that someone has or something that someone has been fantasizing about here. What's the Magician? Because the Magician talks about creativity, manifestation, right? Someone's skills. What's this Magician and the Page of Cups? Why is it here for the 5 of Wands? You have the 4 of Cups, so that makes the 5 of Cups. What's this Magician? King of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. So that makes the 9 of Pentacles. What's the King of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles? Why is it here for the Magician? 6 of Cups. The Knight of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Why is this making me feel like there could be arguments in the workplace, or this could be arguments about money or something like that here? Definitely something could have something to do with children. Why is the 5 of Swords here? It's like an energy of somebody regretting something. 3 of Wands. What's the 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands? Someone's going to be seeing the bigger picture, yes, of something here. King of Swords, some sort of truth. But again, this energy of when this truth comes out, it feels like with the 6 of Swords energy, it allows somebody to move forward. It allows someone to plan, progress. Definitely, I feel like an energy of some sort of relocation. Something is going to come out in divine timing. What is this 2 of Pentacles? What's the 2 of Pentacles? King of Cups. Page of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles again. But I feel like somebody following their heart is what's going to bring them emotional fulfillment. It's going to bring them some sort of success. This is somebody learning some sort of information here. Maybe someone in the public eye says something. This could have something to do with family, with the 10 of Cups energy. But it's like somebody going towards stability, security. So why is this something that you need to be aware of? Maybe this is just about you taking your time making some sort of choice. Why is that here for Virgos to be aware of, Spirit? I see. Oh, no. I was going to say, and then I said, oh, no. I was about to say, I see some of you getting married, but then I said, oh, no, because I was thinking, what, in the month of May? Unless this is something that you already had planned or something like that. And then the Hierophant comes out. What's that? Yeah, the Two of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like for some of you, you're either heading into some really strong union with someone here, or this is about you, what I was going to say, falling in love with your faith or what it is that you believe in. Maybe you're going to get more serious about that. But for some of you, I definitely feel like there's some sort of a partnership, relationship, marriage, commitment that is destined. And I don't know if that Five of Wands is about maybe other people trying to stop something from coming together. Yeah, something could have something to do with someone's mother. I see my mother calling me. All right, what is communicate? So you have the Six of Pentacles. That's the Seven of Pentacles. What's the Six of Pentacles? What's communicate? Nine of Cups, the Tower. Some of you may be surprised to hear from someone. Okay. So you have the Four of Pentacles, interesting, makes the Ten of Pentacles energy. You got the Six of Swords, and then you have the Temperance. So there's the energy of somebody coming in and making peace. This definitely could be somebody from your past here, soulmate energy as well. And then, yeah, you got the Page of Wands right behind it. You got Sagittarius energy here. Show me more about compromise. What's the Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, 66, 99. The Emperor, Aries, Taurus energy. Or like I said, this may be someone who is taking back control or standing in their power here. Eight of Wands, yeah, with the Chariot. The Emperor is usually someone who is dependable. It can talk about a father figure. This could be someone who owns their own business. But this will be someone who is of some sort of authority, or it could just be they have some sort of authority or leadership over their life, right? You know, we have divine feminines, so we have divine masculines as well. What is the Four of Pentacles and the Temperance? What my Virgos need to be aware of in the month of May? You have the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords and the Moon. Yeah, I just see lots of movement. I feel like where there was lots of stagnation or where there was lots of fear and things like that here, I just see people pushing that to the side here, okay? I also see this energy of people using their intuition more. But there's big changes and they're happening fast. So what is pregnancy? Seven of Swords, Judgment, the Ace of Wands, and the Star. Let me just see what she wants. Okay, sorry, Virgos. Yeah, I don't know if something is about someone being ill or something like that, especially how I'm about to move on to the pregnancy card. But yeah, so what is pregnancy? Why is this here? Someone is expecting. Why is this something that my Virgos need to be aware of? You have the Four of Wands. See, Virgos, the be aware doesn't always have to be something bad. It could just spirit saying, like I said, be aware, hey, this is coming in towards you. What's the Four of Wands? This talks about a home, a marriage, celebrations. The High Priestess. Maybe something is coming true that your intuition has been telling you. Now, there could also be something here about a secret pregnancy. Someone could be married, right? And they may have their mistress or something like that pregnant. What is this energy, Spirit? What's the Four of Wands? The Knight of Swords. Okay. And what is the High Priestess? The Ace of Wands. Oh, I feel like this is some new beginning. Yeah, Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is something that is coming towards someone here. What's the Four of Wands? Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is going to be some sort of a relationship or something like that, where people are, I feel like you and whoever this is, if this part resonates for you, right? It's going to be teamwork. What's the Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords? King of Pentacles energy. So what's the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Pentacles. Now that did land on the Five of Wands. There's going to be haters here. Yeah, I'm hearing Spirit say the haters are going to hate. They are. Now, we have the Emperor out here. We have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is divine feminine energy. It just may be, I was picking up a heavy energy of like religion. But we know that the High Priestess is a spiritual energy. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Not only is something going to be solid and stable and secure, right? I really feel like someone may have manifested this. But it's also going to be very passionate, very exciting. And again, this energy of the Five of Wands. If I was to put it with that Ace of Wands, it makes a Six of Wands, which we already have out here. Victory and success. And it's sitting with the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I feel like something was a struggle to get to. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Lovers. Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's like someone was in some sort of a mental prison or recovering from some sort of pain or betrayal. All right, Spirit. Now let's see, because this didn't look like a bad be aware, okay? It looks like something you have been patient for is coming towards you. Now let's see who you need to stay away from. Who does Virgo need to stay away from at this time, Spirit? You have in their head, it says overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. You have wants you back. Well, Spirit, all this messages, Spirit, been saying move away from the past. So clearly somebody from your past. You have coming out sideways, it says proof, and it says getting evidence. But that came out sideways, so I don't know if someone can't find something on you. Coming out sideways, it says hooked. Clarify it in your head. Fake accounts. Fake social media, it says accounts to spy. It says Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You have carless. This may be someone who doesn't have a car or something like that. It says no car. It says repo, and it says car issues. Now, if somebody tried to damage someone's car, that could definitely be a big clue for someone, okay? You have travel. Maybe they tried to damage someone's car so they couldn't travel or something like that. What is wants you back? You have no facts. It says never has the facts. It says make shit up. It says lies. You have unfazed. And then you have stalker. Maybe this is someone you're unfazed by, or maybe this is someone who acts like they're unfazed, but you have stalker, stalking, watching, obsessed. Yes, cyberbullying. This is someone, if they do bully you online, this is something they get up and do every single day. Same shit, different day. You got, yeah, someone maybe who you're staying away from, dodging bullets. It says blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. And then you've got another card of like someone who talks shit. What's photo proof? Getting evidence. You have rejected. It told you something was blocked. Someone can't find something out. What is photo proof and rejected? A groupie. This could be someone who, I don't know, is given vain. Or is given what's the energy here? It's like, look at me, look at me, look at me, kind of a thing. But, okay, what is hooked? Ain't shit. Someone's on drugs here. Ooh, energy just ran through me. Someone could be a very good drawer, but I feel like someone's hooked on some sort of drug. You have broadcast, maybe that's why they don't have no money. I don't know. I don't know if this is someone who, yeah, look at that, has always got their hands out. I don't know if someone who just like wants to be taken care of, or this is someone who is not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not creative, but what's the word I'm looking for? This is someone who is, it kind of feels like they're not very ambitious. They would rather live off somebody else, or like I said, have people do things for them. I don't know if the way this person kind of gets money from people is by using their sexual energy. Sex fix, secret lover. And then right behind it, you have hustling, making it rain, focused on money and getting it. And there you have forcer. Marrying for money. What the hell? Okay, let's stop there because, whew. Show me more about who Virgo needs to stay away from, because I need to wrap this up now, Spirit. So you have broken. It says shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. This could be someone that broke your heart here. You have escaping. It says avoiding, blocking, pushing away. You have bluff. It says pretending, mask, and exaggeration. This is someone you cannot trust here. And you have depth. It says awareness, importance, and value. With broken, you have hopeless. It says sinking, despair, falling apart. Coming out in the reverse, in the upright, it would say hoping. It says expecting, faith, and manifesting. I feel like this is someone you have lost some sort of faith in. You've lost trust with this person. Yeah, so I feel like this is why someone's heading towards a new beginning. It's like someone's going to look back on someone and say, oh my God, like all of that you did, all of that you said, that was all pretense. That's a scary kind of person to deal with. What's bluff? You have bitterness. It says resentment, anger, and hurtful words. And clarity, the exact, what did I just say? Like someone's going to look at someone and say, well, you did all of that just to pretend. Clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. Maybe someone says something in an argument here, or because they get found out, it's like, what's that? Is it like Jekyll and Hyde? It's like the fucking Hulk. Someone can be so nice, so loving, so caring that they do, and then, but one thing don't go in their favor, or they get exposed for something, and they change. Confirmation. What's depth? Depth. You have one day. It says someday, somewhere, another time, and then you have exhaustion, depletion, drained, and a long journey. Yeah, someone's definitely in their emotions here, or someone's going to leave someone in their emotions. You have perspective. Yeah, it's like somebody... I don't know if this is on your part as well, Virgos, but someone here is really going to regret something. I don't know if this is about someone who chose another person over someone, or believed another person over another person, but someone's going to see that they were wrong. It says loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing, and then you have perspective, better off, happiness, and clear headspace. So yeah, I see somebody moving forward. Finality, farewells, leave behind, and closure. So, what else are we looking at? Love. Let's have a quick look and see what the energy is like in love. Okay, I just got a confirmation. So, let's pull a few cards here first in terms of who you need to stay away from, okay? What clues can you give me on that, Spirit? Someone who may be younger than you? Who do I need to stay away from? Someone with an oval face. These cards are funny. Show me more. You have someone who may have a tooth gap. You have markings. Now, I don't know if that's what they class as markings. I don't know. Maybe someone wears very kind of like... I was going to say like... maybe someone wears like makeup, or they do something funny or something like that with makeup. I don't know what markings is. Maybe someone has a certain type of mark. We'll see what clarifies it. You have skin condition. Yeah, I don't know. I heard eczema. Someone could have eczema. Someone could wear glasses. Oh, okay. The glasses want to come out. What's oval face? You have white clothing. And you have unhealthy habits. What the hell is white clothing? Because I just saw a strange vision. What is white clothing? Light skin. Confirmation, someone could be light skin. And look at the bottom of the deck. Again, you have pregnant. What's tooth gap? Something can have something to do with red head as well. Red hair. You have Hispanic or Latino. Something can have something to do with roses, or again, a red flower. You have a man, and then you have tattoo. There could be a woman that has a man's name tattooed on them, or it could be a man that has a woman's name tattooed on them. Someone could have a tattoo going down their back. What is markings? Maybe that's what markings is. What's markings? Facial hair. What the hell? A woman with a beard? You got white American long hair and practitioner. That's the vision. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's the kind of vision I was getting with this when this white clothing came out. Moving on. What's markings and facial hair? You have dark skin. Looks like they're all coming in the reverse. Yeah, this pregnant card is trying to come out here again. You've got blonde and you've got medium skin tone. What skin condition? Do you know what it's making me think of when I saw that? We saw light skin, right? And then I saw that medium tone next to the pregnancy. No, that's not really going to be a clue for someone, though. I almost wanted to say maybe their stomach is a little bit darker than the rest of them. Or maybe that's how it looks after they give birth. Curly hair. What skin conditions? Australian. Someone come from Aussie. You got black clothing. And then you have younger than you came out. Okay, so that's the energy that has come from that. Yeah, medium skin tone again. So now let's have a look at love. This is why I pause it. All right, so Spirit, the strongest energy for May when it comes to love. What's the strongest energy here? Strongest energy in love. And one more, thank you. You have admire at the bottom of the deck, and it says, yeah, and honor. It says it's time to think of everything that you admire in a partner. You have the yin yang, which is like twin flame energy, or to me, I would also like to see that as like a union or a soulmate. You know, it's a strong connection. It's someone that you're going to fit well with. Oh, but you do have tested out here first. So it says your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. It says moment. It says think of a special moment that brought much joy, that brought you much joy with your partner. And then it says, like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's characters within themselves. All right, now what is this tested? Because it's making me think of one of the other spreads where we had that 5 of Wands energy at the beginning. And I was saying, hey, it's like someone trying to stop somebody from going towards something that looks like it's going to be very successful, right? It's making me, I remember the King of Cups with the 10 of Cups energy. We had the Emperor out there. Then we had the High Priestess with the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Wasn't it the 4 of Wands as well? Or was it the 3 of Wands? What's tested? We have the Knight of Coins. We have the 2 of Wands and we have the 9 of Swords. For love, I feel like for some of you what the test is going to be is to see if you can overcome some sort of anxiety. Knight of Coins is an energy of somebody really just wanting to be sure that what they're doing is the right thing here, right? Knight of Coins can also talk about maybe somebody wanting to finish something they started. What's the 9 of Swords about? Yeah, about making a decision. Page of Coins. Someone doesn't know if something's going to be good news. Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So what is the moment? Page of Wands, okay. Queen of Cups. Oh, okay. Devil, solar eclipse. All right, a lot of cards there. What's the Page of Wands? Because this is definitely communication, but it's an energy of inspiration. Yeah, it's like somebody inspiring someone here to move to calmer waters, or someone here is wanting to reach out to someone, maybe because they just see this person as someone who is very loving, caring, and nurturing here. Again, this energy of somebody being very intuitive. An empath is what I'm hearing. What's the Queen of Cups? 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. The Queen of Cups is the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Maybe, like I said, maybe someone here gives somebody some sort of advice, or they help someone to see something from a different perspective here. But 10 of Wands talks about a heavy load, dropping something. So I don't even know if someone's walking away from a Queen of Cups. So what is the yin yang? Energy and love for the month of May. Coming out sideways is the Chariot. Exactly. It's like somebody was trying to block something, or there may have been delays in something, but I don't know if there is any delays because everything happens in divine timing. Look at the Emperor coming out again. Ace of Wands, and I'm seeing the World card. It's like somebody's leaving behind something that is toxic, or someone that is toxic, or some sort of low vibrational energy. Again, someone could have been very materialistic, and maybe someone's going to realize that. What's the Chariot? Cancer energy there. Look at the 5 of Wands. Competition, arguing. Someone is not going to be happy about something, but I mean, let me shut up. What's the Emperor? Yeah, I was just thinking something, and then the 7 of Coins comes out in the reverse. Someone's going to realize that something was a bad investment, or someone's just not worth the effort. Or someone was just keeping them stuck. So what's this Emperor? The World card landed on the 6 of Swords. Yeah, could be a masculine here. Clarify the Emperor in the World. Taurus energy, I'm seeing the Hierophant. 3 of Cups, reunited, and it feels so good. So I don't know who this Emperor is, okay, in terms of signs or anything like that, because the Emperor embodies all of the kings. So what is the energy? What are we doing? Okay, we're getting a message for you, Virgos, and then we're going to end this out. So I really hope that something has helped you guys. If it has, guys, don't forget to like the video. Hit the thumbs up for me, okay? What message do you want to end out with for my Virgos? Give me one from the Isis deck. So we have the Temple of Carnelian. Is that how you say it? Entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. Okay, so we'll get the explanation of that. It's reminding me of that song I said the other day with Movado. And I actually went back and listened to that song, which is interesting. I'm a little bit upset with myself that I didn't go back and listen and see what song it was at the time. But when he says that out of the belly of the beast that he's busting from, right? It's actually his song, Psalms 21 is the name of the song. So, yeah, isn't it in that song where he... Okay, let's not. I'm short on time. I feel like I could just sit here and talk today. Yeah, you have self-love. What is this? And stability. So you have 767. It says prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. You have stability, 444, master number. It says, or I said master number, yes, but it's also angel number. It says angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. Authenticity, it says be yourself. It says pursue your passions and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. Exactly. I was just thinking that 5 of Wands is all to stop someone from believing in themselves or feeling like they can have what it is that they desire, or believing that spirit can make something happen for them. But you see, it's all about competition. 999. Love the number. So even if it is about competition for some of you, it tells me that this is almost over. Or maybe you have the power to end it by walking away from something, by not entertaining it, by not feeding it any energy. It says release what no longer serves you and prepare to embark on a new chapter filled with opportunities. Me one from here. For my Virgos. Okay, it fell on the floor. Bottom of the deck, you have support. And it says ask for help. It says get more real. Oh, it says get more rest, not get more real. Maybe someone needs to get more real. And it says nurture yourself. Yeah, hope behind it. But what fell on the floor? Trust. It says leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. It says believe you will fly. But you see how that horse looks a little bit scared? It's almost like I can hear spirit saying, almost like this horse thinks that it's a normal horse. It's not. This horse needs to realize that it has wings. It's not the same as everybody else. And at that same time, there is nothing wrong with being different. So let's get the meaning for Isis. Okay, so it says, you have such strength within you. It's time to trust in your own boldness and courage. Taking risks that feel true to your heart and engage in a practice that makes you feel truly and genuinely alive. Embodied and more of yourself. Even if not always comfortable, it says it's going to help you live the life you were born to live. Exactly. And then it says, in the fierce belly of Sekhmet, the lion-headed sister of Isis, the Egyptian goddess of passion, courage, and fire, there is no room for procrastination, self-doubt, or turning back. She urges you on your high destiny calling. It says, Is it me or is it the words? I feel like the words are moving around. No, it's a joke, it's me. Where am I? It says she urges you on to your high destiny calling to you to believe. It says keep going, reach higher, and expand wider. You can do so knowing that the temple of Carlina will bring you warm strength, encouragement, and deep trust in your own body wisdom to guide you through any situation or relationship that may arise. It says to test you so that you can grow into more of your magnificent being. I feel like that's what that Five of Wands energy was really about, really trying to stop somebody here from getting on their destined path here. It says, this oracle calls to you to have courage of your convictions, to have faith in yourself, your own progress, and to be fearless as you are assured of victory. It says Sekhmet will not be defeated. Maybe somebody embodies that energy. It says if you are concerned that you are biting off more than you can chew, or you are not sure about the path you are taking, it says if you are up to the standard, or if you will ever gain the recognition that you feel you deserve, then know that as you enter the temple of Carlina into the fire belly of the lion-headed empress, you shall be guided to success. It says Sekhmet comes alive with boldness, her power grows with courage, and her fire will burn bright in your life as passion, success, and victory. She says fortune favors the bold and guides you to take the leap that you know your heart is, that you know in your heart it is time for you to take. Trust that she will protect your love, heart, and vision, encouraging you to shine most brightly. This oracle also brings a particular message about divine justice. If you are involved in or witnessing a situation that seems unjust, abusive, or concerning, and you are worried that this is not right, the Lion Sister Priestess tells you that it shall be resolved according to divine justice, and there is nothing to fear. Pray to her. It says, pray to her in unconditional love for help, resolution, and trust. If you feel intuitively to act, then do so. Otherwise, allow her to have her way as she has done and always will do. There is much more unfolding in life than we can possibly know consciously, and her ways are vast and many. Divine justice always prevails. This oracle is also a yes to any question that you may have been asking. Any obstacle in the way of manifestation of your desire will be cleared away. Sometimes it is our own ego that is cleared. So don't worry if there is a few bumps on the path. That is just a part of the manifestation of desire. Sekhmet assures it will come to pass. In fact, the manifestation has already commenced. So we will read the incarnation, and it says, Sekhmet, who loves me unconditionally, brave, bright as fire, bold as can be. Bless this situation with your healing power. Do it now, this very hour. I offer you love and gratitude from my heart as you liberate me from the troubled dark. Sekhmet, who loves me with passion and might, you assist me now with your eternal fire bright. So Virgos, that is your sneak peek into May. Guys, if anything has resonated or you claim the energy, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light, Virgo.